Okay, we haven't seen one of these for months since COVID became a big problem. Coronavirus. Got something interesting that we haven't seen for a while, and it's quite thick and it's Christmas themed. We'll see if we can make this come up a treat. Gonna leave it on 100. Sorry about the shaking, folks. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here Taaaget. So that's the front of our Taaaget catalogue, and this is the rear. I think the rear looks better to do, so we're going to use this family enjoying Christmas. I just wish Christmas was less about the commercialisation, because it's really become a capitalist junket. I mean, sure, it's nice to have presents and shit, you know, but it just gets a bit much when it's just all the time about the presents. It's important. Giving's good, but it's just become a bit too. I think it's a bit too overemphasised. Yeah, that looks really quite nice. But basically, yeah, it'd be good if Christmas could be a little bit less about money fucking. Because there's a lot of poor people who don't have that sort of money to splash around, and they're the ones that have to suffer. And if they don't, it's like peer group pressure. You got to have this, you got to have that. If you're a have, you're a have-not. You know, haves and have-nots. It'd be nice if everyone could be happy for Christmas, but people who are homeless, people who are separated due to COVID-19, well, they're not going to be exactly happy. It's not conducive to happiness, and that looks interesting. Don't know if I want it like that, but the world we live in is a real have and have not sort of a place, and haves and have nots. I mean, I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of this whole junket of capitalism. Things don't last, you know, they last for a year or two and then they have to be replaced, like mobile phones often have to be. I had to replace this one just before 3 years I had it. I could have replaced it earlier, but I only replaced it when I deemed it necessary. I didn't want to replace it straight away. I'm actually thinking this looks really quite interesting. I don't know where the children got to. This could be an interesting one. But basically, yeah, I really feel it's a real have and have not sort of a situation we have. It's really quite tragic. It is tragic, folks, that it's like people who've got money don't like people who don't, and people who don't have money don't like the people that have got it. So it's a real competitive world we live in. Highly competitive, a bit too much so when it comes to, it's just like the rich always want to be in control and the poor have to tag the line. So we're just putting that there, going to overlap it on the edge. there. So yeah, it's like, and it's always the haves that have the control over the have-nots. It's really not a fair world we live in. I really miss my future husband Luigi, and because I'm not with him I feel a bit like I'm a have-not, like I'm not happy with what I've got as on my own. So I don't feel like all this family and friends stuff really reverberates with me, because I'm lonely. I'm one of the lonely ones. It really hurts to be away from a loved one. I'm actually thinking I'm going to pull this up and we're going to lighten it a bit. So it really does feel like I'm one of the have-nots to a certain degree. I'm not grievously poor, though I don't have much money to run this campaign, which I'm hoping will get me on television so I can locate my missing loved one, Luigi. I'm actually thinking this one looks better. But basically I get really, really lonely, and it's difficult trying to deal with that. And it's Christmas time, which is supposed to be a time of happiness and family and friends and relatives and loved ones. And away from Luigi, I don't feel a connection. And it really kills. And I'm hoping that my photocopier will run throughout the Christmas break so I can get myself ahead before the beginning of next year, which is probably just going to be another lonely fucking year for me to deal with. Another year of being alone and not having someone constantly with you to talk to and to be close to. Because I made some stupid mistakes when I was young. Real stupid. One of the main mistakes I made was simply not being myself. So you got to be yourself, folks. Take that advice from someone who's learned it the hard way. Don't let it go to your grave. You got to be yourself, folks. Doesn't matter what your friends, family, siblings, whatever, or people at school, peer group pressure. Fuck peer group pressure. You know, just be yourself, folks. Just be your fucking self. Don't try to be someone else. Don't try to be Bill Gates or someone else that you think has it all. You got to be yourself. Anyway, that's come up looking quite nice. I think now we can call this demo quits.